Hi, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com, and today I'm going to talk about how to be eco-friendly at Natural Products Expo West, or any event for that matter. Natural Products Expo is an amazing annual event held in Anaheim, California, and also on the East Coast, and it's all about natural products. So this is all sorts of food, all sorts of companies that have home care, personal care, pet stuff, you name it. Pretty much anything you can find in a store like Whole Foods is at Natural Products Expo. Extremely exciting, especially for an eco-vegan gal like me. But as exciting as all these natural products are, events like this tend to be, well, a little wasteful. Even though a large part of what these companies are doing is for the environment, most events have a really hard time keeping the waste down. So I wanted to give you some tips on how you can help improve your experience to be more eco-friendly, which will in turn encourage the event coordinators and the companies to be more sustainable with their own practices. Number one would be to carpool. I carpooled to Expo West today with two of my friends. We had a great time talking, it passed the time, saved money, and we had two less cars on the road. Just like going to the grocery store or a restaurant, I encourage you to bring your own. So that means like bringing your own bags. Events like Expo West are full of samples, and so you'll be collecting a lot of little samples, big samples, flyers, all of that stuff. Bring your own bag. Anything like this. I encourage you to do this, especially Expo West, because they hand out bags all the time and you might be tempted to take one of them, which just creates another bag that you probably don't need. Or take one from the event and that way you'll have one for the grocery store. Speaking of bring your own, events like Expo West are heavily into food samples, so you'll be eating a lot. One way to really cut down on waste is to bring your own container. This is by a company called New Wave Environmental, and in fact they are at Expo West. They make these great little containers. There's also a company called To Go Where, and you can bring these and just put the samples right in here. Likewise, if you'll be eating, To Go Where utensils are really handy, or any similar companies. If you don't want to bring your own container or the company won't let you put their samples in them, try to look for eco-friendly packaging. Here's one from the event. I took this from one company and brought it around with me the rest of the time, and I put drinks in here, I put chocolate in here, put all sorts of different things. I don't really mind mixing different flavors, so it was fine, and I only used one package for all the samples. And lastly, just like anywhere else, bring your own bottle. Water is great to carry around, so you won't be tempted to take bottled water. If you like to drink coffee or tea, a lot of events will offer that complimentary, so bring your own mug for that. When it comes to events, the whole point is to promote something. These companies want you to try their products, and therefore they're giving out a ton of samples. Sometimes the samples are already unwrapped and you can just try them there. Other times they want to give you something that you can take home. My biggest problem with Natural Products Expo West is that everybody there is just like obsessed with samples. It's exciting, and I'll admit I feel the same way. But we all get into this mindset of wanting to get as much as we can and fill up our bags, and people are carrying out like these huge bags full of samples. And while there's just this pleasure in having a lot and trying lots of new things, as an environmentalist I want to encourage you to really think about what samples you actually need. Okay, sometimes somebody gives us something for free, we just take it. We don't even look at it, we don't know what it is, we just put it in our bag and continue on. I've been practicing this year of only taking samples from companies that I really want to try, that I'm really interested in. Do yourself and the environment a favor and only take what you really want, what you're really excited about. Now, I don't want to discourage companies from giving out samples by any means, especially at an event like Expo West, because all these companies are doing great things. So what you can do is encourage them to have more sustainable packaging. There's a really cool new company called EcoTensile. They made these little spoons made out of flat paper, and you can actually bend them together to take samples. Companies are actually using these to give samples of ice creams and yogurts and all sorts of different things really, really neat. So this is a great example of a company that's really thinking about sustainability when it comes to events like this. So the more we encourage these companies and raise our voices, the more this stuff's going to happen. In fact, at Expo West, they had a whole packaging forum today about sustainability, and I learned a lot, and I'll report more about that on my blog. Speaking of forums and seminars, a lot of events will have special educational aspects to them. A lot of people will bring their own notebooks that they can take notes while they're there. I would encourage you to bring a digital device. These days there's so much different technologies. We've got Apple, for example, has got the iPhone, the iPad. Bring one of those and take notes digitally. That way you can transfer it to your computer and not use any paper. And speaking of paper, a lot of these events also involve passing out business cards. For the past couple years, I got into the habit of denying any business cards, so politely telling someone that I'm trying to be environmentally friendly, and I actually just write down their email address, their contact information right into my phone. And then I can either email them right then and there, or I can wait till I get home to contact them. In fact, this makes a really great impression on them. People tend to remember you more, as opposed to a business card that might get thrown away or lost. And it reduces so much waste. There's so many business cards out there. If you have a smartphone, there are lots of cool business card devices, applications out there, or you could just take a picture of it. Lots of different clever ways. A really cool tip is to bring your own lanyard for your name tag or badge. At Expo West you need a badge to get in and out, but they would normally have a string to put around your neck. Well, if you bring your own, all you have to do is take the paper that they give you, so that cuts down. A lot of events have little plastic slots to put in your badges, so if you keep these, you can reuse them at the next event you go to. So those are my main tips for how to be eco-friendly at events like Natural Products Expo. Stay tuned at ecovegangal.com for more information on this incredible event. I'm very excited, and thank you for watching as always.